What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video. So as you probably see by the title and the thumbnail, in this video we are going to be going over my helmet setup that I use for the POV drives that I upload on my channel. So right here we have the Iro Twist. This helmet is probably about 6-7 years old. I got it a long time ago and it's holding up quite well, although it probably will need to be changed sometime soon because it's scratched up and faded and the inside has seen better days. So I will show you exactly what settings I'm using on the GoPro and also how I've managed to mount the GoPro on my helmet, although there is a lot better solutions to mount the helmet and I was just using a cheap solution I had at the time. I will probably put some links in the description of some better mounts that you can use for a chin strap setup. Just before we get into the helmet setup, this is my Supermoto. You probably haven't seen a third-person view of the Supermoto yet because I've only been posting POV drives. So if you want to see some video of me doing a walk around showcasing what the Supermoto looks like, what exactly it is, some upgrades I've done in the past, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to do that video. I use this bike mainly for enduro riding, although a while ago I put the Supermoto wheels on and it's stayed on the Supermoto wheels for a while now, but it's currently winter time, so I might change back to my enduro wheels and go into the forest, have some fun doing some enduro riding. If you want to see some videos from enduro, let me know in the comments as well. The roads are icy and slippy nowadays during winter. It's actually December now, so we don't have much snow, but it's not good weather to ride anyway, so I might as well put the enduro wheels back on and do some riding in the forest, I guess. Okay, so right here is a bit of a closer look at what the helmet looks like. Here is the chin mount with the GoPro setup. And as you can see, this helmet does look quite good, although if I bring it up close you can probably see that it's scratched everywhere and the paint has actually faded on the top as well, but the helmet still looks quite good, so that's what I use. I will probably change it up sometime soon. Before summertime I'll probably end up getting a new enduro helmet. So if I bring the helmet up a bit closer, you can see I have the chin mount here with the GoPro and I'm using this foam protection. It's actually used for the wind noise, so if you don't have this foam protection around the GoPro, you should actually buy it straight away because it improves your quality a lot when it comes to the wind noise. Alright, so I'm just going to take this foam protection off so you get a better look at what the actual setup looks like. Alright, so the GoPro is gone now. As you can see, I'm using a wrist wrap that is on the front of the helmet and I'm using zip ties around the inside of the helmet and inside the bottom here because it does have two cutouts on the bottom and the top, so that makes it perfect for the zip ties to go around and the inside, and it's holding on quite well, it's not moving anywhere. The strap that you can see on the side here I've just put in through the helmet and it's on the inside right here. You probably can't see that because it's too dark, but you have to trust me. I still didn't even cut off the ends of these zip ties. They are like that for a good 3-4 years now probably. So the wrist wrap goes around inside here and under the cheek pad. As you can probably see, this is a bit of a ghetto setup, I guess, but it's been working. It's what I had at the time and I made it work somehow, and I've been using it for probably 3-4 years, as I've said already. All the POV drives that I have filmed before have been with this setup. Whenever I put on my helmet and sit on the bike, I also connect to the GoPro app just to see what the view is going to be like. That's the way I adjust the GoPro, if it's going to go up or down, but usually nearly all the way down is perfect for these POV drives. So now that you know what the helmet setup is like, the way I mount the GoPro, I'm going to go over the GoPro settings that I use in order to make these videos. Alright, so now we're going to go over the GoPro settings that I use. I do use the GoPro Hero 11 Black. We have a special bike mode for the POV drive videos. As you can see, we are filming in 4K 60 FPS. Sometimes I do change that to 24 FPS depending on how I want the footage to look like. We are in hyper view obviously because that is the widest view for the POV drives, which makes it look really nice. So hyper smooth, I have it set to on. Sometimes people turn it off just to make it look more realistic, but I think with the hyper smooth mode on, it looks really nice. So you can see all the settings I am using here. When we go to Pro Tune, I have 10-bit on, which is for color grading. It allows me to do better color grading in the videos. So the bitrate here I have set to high because I do like the better quality that it gives, and the file sizes are a bit bigger as well, so if you don't have much space you want to set it to standard. The shutter speed is 1/120 because you want to double the FPS that you're using for the best motion. When we scroll down a bit lower, the white balance here is set to auto. You can play around with that if you want in the GoPro, but I usually adjust them settings while I'm editing the video. The ISO minimum is 100 and the maximum ISO is 1600. You can change the maximum ISO to 800 if you are shooting in the daylight where everything is open and there is not much shadows. But because I usually drive in the forest, I do leave the maximum ISO at 1600. Sharpness is on medium. You can play around with that if you want, but I found medium to be the best for me. The color is on natural. You can also change it to flat if you're going to do a lot of color grading. I just leave it on natural and I still color grade afterwards. So for the other settings, as you can see here, there's not much to talk about other than video mode is set to the highest and the controls are on pro. The preferences, it's completely up to you how you want to set these up. There isn't really much point of me talking about these. The most important settings are right here, which is the video settings. You want to be filming in 4K 60 FPS, or you can change it to 24 FPS, but then you have to change the shutter speed as well, so you just need to play around with the settings and see what settings suit your videos best. So now at the end of the video I'm going to throw in some footage of what the POV drives actually look like with this quality and the helmet setup that I have. You can also check out my previous videos, maybe you'll like some of them. You can see what the POV actually looks like. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and also let me know in the comments what setup you have running for your action camera, if you're using the GoPro, or what type of settings you have for your helmet POV drives. Thanks for watching and enjoy the last part of the video where I show you what this helmet setup and the GoPro settings look like when you're recording a POV drive video.